August, at least this time around. To our floor show traders. All right, let's bring in Scott Bauer and Tom Hayes. Scott, could this deal, which is very much a millennial play, throw off the August bears? And if we were to see a classic August pullback anyway, what's first on your shopping list?
So first off, Liz, I think this is a one-off. I think the Square deal is a great deal. I'm not looking for a continuation in the space of other deals coming out like this, whether it's in August or even through the rest of the year. I think this is, kind of out of the blue, a big one-off. Now, let's talk about August. August, as you said, one of the worst months of the year, especially after markets had been up the first half of the year. When the S&P is up 13% or more, first half of the year, August is down about 0.5%. That being said, we are in this buy the dip mentality, which has worked. So I really think there's a few sectors and a few individual stocks to go from here. And I'm not talking about the Reddit or the Wall Street bet stocks. First off, the banking sector. It's imminent that the Fed is going to make adjustments. We know that's going to happen, but it's not really that. Why I love the bank so much, it's because the big guys, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, they are still going to be recording record trading profits. That's number one. The semis, I've been talking to you for a while now how I thought the semis were going to break out to all-time highs, and we are just about there. I believe that they have a lot of room to go still. Now, individual stocks real quickly, love Amazon. This pullback after the, let's call it, awful news that they had on the report here, big buying opportunity. I also love Nike. Nike is unbelievable. Even though their PE is higher right now than it has been historically, their growth rate has accelerated. Love the digital space they're in. Those are two stocks I'm really watching.
Scott, at 30,000 feet, when you look at where the market has been this year and where it is going, X these specific names that both you and Tom have chosen, there's a good article on investing.com where they pointed out a couple of things. Advancers have been barely outpacing decliners over the last few weeks. So that's sort of red flag number one. New highs are shrinking while new lows remain high. And then you've got the classic week seasonal patterns. It almost feels like it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to see, or anything unrealistic to see, some type of correction or pullback in the next couple of weeks.
No, it wouldn't, Liz. And that's why I am telling my students and people that follow me in these market highs that we're seeing, even though I believe we're going higher, volatility is still really cheap out there. We're not seeing the VIX down at, 12, 13 or anything like that, but volatility is pretty cheap. So people should be buying insurance, but still staying in those sectors or staying in those stocks that they want to be in moving forward here. Could we see 5-10% pullback? Yes, and I agree with you. That would be healthy. But until this buy the dip mentality is kind of behind us, I think we got to stay the course.
Yeah, well, buy the dip has actually worked lately, but we shall see. Great to see you both, Scott Bauer, Tom Hayes, and quick check of the VIX, by the way.
Thanks for having us.
It is moving higher for the volatility. They're up about 4.8%.